When you're watching Malcolm in the Middle, you know someone isn't going to die or suffer a terrible injury. When you're watching Law and Order and they're investigating a murder, you're not like, I wonder if aliens did this one. There's not aliens in Law and Order, right? You know that's not in that kind of story. In the middle of Jeopardy, they're not going to come out and say, we've got a love triangle to solve. It just doesn't happen on Jeopardy, right? You know it's not that kind of story. It's not that kind of show. You turn on a show knowing what kind of emotions that it will elicit in you. The tone of the story sets the stage for your emotional response. Some of us are anxious in this world because we don't realize that the resurrection makes this a story where ultimately everything is going to be okay. Everything is ultimately going to be okay if Jesus came back from the dead. If Jesus came back from the dead, it changes the tone of our entire life. It changes the tone of our entire world. It changes the tone of the story that we find ourselves in. It's no longer the kind of show where you die and nothing you did ultimately matters and you're forgotten. The worst moments of your lives, if Jesus is alive, become tombs waiting for a resurrection. Instead of eternal markers of pain, they become markers waiting for new life. If Jesus came back from the dead, it means your loss, your pain, your grief, your failures, your misery, your loneliness, the darkest night of your soul will not be the final herald over your life. All these things will be repeated. They will be reclaimed by good. Life will grow out of death. Jesus on the cross was God buying back life